Legacy Summit and the Legacy Chronicles brand is designed to empower individuals to harness their gift, to harness the solutions that they have inside of them. Our premise is that every individual was born with a story to be told, a character to mold, and a solution that can be sold. So, what we seek to do is to empower individuals to tell their story, to mold their character, and to develop their solution, package, produce, package, present, promote their solution in the marketplace. And so, over the next 3 weeks, we'll be working on this particular program that we are working on now, the Discover and Resolve the Big Problem that you were born to solve. And we want to, this is our gift to you for your participation. And moving into the July 27th program, there is so much that we want to engage with you so that over the next 3 months, your life will change. And this is what, well, I'm able to say this, right? I'm able to say this because this is not something that I'm just trying to impress on other individuals. This is how I have been living over the past, let me see, I started this process from 1999 officially. Officially, this process that I'm talking about now started in 1999. A few years earlier than that, I looked myself in the mirror and I did not like the person that was looking back at me. And so, what I decided to do was to create a master plan for my life. I began to develop a way by which I can change what I didn't like and begin to embrace or achieve or accomplish the things that I desire, that I want in my life. And what I did, I began setting 5-year plans. I'm sharing with you, it worked for me. It has been working for me. It has been working for my family for decades now. It has been working, and so this is why you were here, because we are using it. The individuals that invited you to this program, it is now working for them. And so this is why you were at Legacy Summit on April 27th. Okay, so we do not have a lot of time. So I promised you that we would have been doing some mindset development. And I told you that I wanted your email address because this special report is, I need to send this to you, to your email address. I'll be able to communicate better in a more practical way, in depth, when I have your email address. And I ask you to send your email address because I need your permission to send you emails. Even those persons that I'm working with already, I want your permission to take it to the next level, because we are going to the next level. Wherever you are today, over the next 3 months, you will be going to the next level. And every 3 months, you will be going to the next level. Okay, so send me your email address as I asked you, and I will send you. If you do not send me your email address, you will not be getting this special report, structures, system structures, and strategy for your success in the 21st century. All right. So without spending too much time, I want these sessions to be very concise. So the mindset that you need to have for you to discover and resolve the big problem that you were born to solve is, number one, I want you to think about the world in which you are living, your world, your world. But before you go to your world, I want you to think about the big world that is out there. The world you see when you watch the television, the world you see when you watch the news, the world you see when you are scrolling on social media. I want you to take a look at that world to see what is happening out there. Because when you look out there, it can be very painful to watch some of the things that are happening, and it can be very fearful. It is packed with so much negativity that sometimes, if you're not careful, it can cause you to be depressed. And I remember in 2008, 2007, 2008, at the time of the subprime mortgage when it crashed, and I remember seeing the then President George Bush coming out, and he was speaking with these advisors around him, and they were now bringing the grim analysis that the bottom has fallen out of the real estate market, and how many banks were going to fail. And in order for them to save the economy, they have to give billions of dollars. At the time, 2007, billions of dollars. They have to give those billions of dollars to save the economy. Then President Obama became the successor, and did it really change? Did life really change? They said that if that did not happen, life at the time would have been worse. But guess what? We are now going to another situation now where actual money is concerned. And what has happened then? It would have been better if the bottom had fallen out then, because by now it would have been adjusted. Because now the dollar itself, not just one area in the economy, is threatened now because of the printing of so much fiat currency. It is now threatening the very dollar paper that you use as a legal tender for purchasing your goods and your services. All right, so there is that world. There is that world that is out there, that is also interconnected to your individual world of what you do and how you live on a daily basis. So the outer world that is out there, there is very little that you can do to really influence those big issues that is on the outside. But what you do have influence over is your immediate world, the world that is in your house, the world that is your family and your friends, the intimate network of individuals that you have interchange with. You have influence in that domain. And that is where I want you to. This session is designed for you to understand the difference between the world out there and the world right here. Because there is something that you can do in your immediate world that eventually will impact the big world out there. And this is where we're talking about discovering and resolving the big problem that you were born to solve. So look at the second premise that I want you to have. The mindset that I want you to have is a mindset that will empower you to be of impact. I want you to be of impact on four levels. Three or four levels. Let me count them. Four levels. I want you to have impact on four levels. Number one, I want you to have impact in your personal life. And we have another program that I'll be introducing to you later. It is called the Master Plan. It is called the Master Plan. Building your master plan, we call it the master plan technique, human growth master plan. And within that, we have what we call the master plan technique, because we want you to design a personal life master plan. We're going to, after we're finished with the discover and resolve the big problem that you were born to solve, then we're going to work on how we're going to do that, which is going to require that you have a personal life master plan, and then you design a community a family, first a personal life master plan, then a family life master plan, then you must have a community master plan, and the corporate structures or a corporate master plan that govern each layer, the personal, the family, and the community. Now, what I'm saying to you now is, in order for you to have influence or to impact the big problems that are out there, you have to now manage at a personal level. Your personal life is very important. Now, so consider this element, consider this. Um, a lot of times, individuals look at where they are and what they do have, and we tend a lot of times not to have the level of appreciation and gratitude for what we do have. You know, it is a syndrome of the glass is half empty. So the syndrome of the half empty glass is a situation where we are more focused on what is not there instead of what is already there. And so when we are focused on what is not there, then guess what? We tend to be unappreciative of what is already there. So the point I'm trying to make to us right now is that an a mindset, the kind of mindset that is going to give us the or prepare us to discover and resolve the big problems that we were born to solve, which we'll be going into on Monday, is that we need to have a sense of appreciation for what we already have. Because what you already have is the fabric that you're going to build everything else that you want to have. And I can guarantee you, I am foolproof. You are there, you see the event. That event was what I am talking about right now, was a result of what I'm talking about right now. So I want you to have an attitude of gratitude, an attitude of thankfulness for what you already have. So the scenario is that there was this man, my mother told me this story when I was a child. She said that this man, all he had left was a banana. And this man was so disturbed by the fact that everything that he had was gone. And the only thing that he had to save his life in that given moment was this last banana. And so he decided that he was going to end his life. So he climbed a tree, put the rope around his neck. He said, I'm going to eat this last banana, and then I'm going to jump. And then he ate the banana and dropped the skin. And by the time the skin reached the ground, somebody else picked up the skin and began to dig into the skin for whatever was there that person could eat. When the man looked down and he saw that situation, he realized that somebody else is in a worse position than him. And so he decided, you know what? Life is worth living after all. Somebody is in a worse position than me, yet they are not threatening their own life. So there are so many scenarios or anecdotes that we could bring about to make this point of how where we are and what we do have is so much better than somebody else. No matter how bad it is in your life, in your circumstance, and in your situation right now, there is somebody else who would love to be in your position. There is somebody right now who is looking at you and they are saying, I wish I could be like them. You do not know it. You do not see them, but they are seeing you passing back and forth in your community, and you are in the place that they just wish they could be there. Yes, so the person out there, there's so much what I'm saying to us right now. Yes, there is so much that we can be to be grateful for. So I want us to have that mindset of gratitude. You have enough. What you have in your hand is enough for you to take it, for you to make it to the next level. Now, this concept again is something that I grasped several years ago out of two Bible stories. And the first was where Moses was standing at the edge of the Red Sea, and Moses was now troubled because he has this responsibility. So many people's lives in his hand, and they were looking to him, and they were being threatened. Their lives were being threatened. And when Moses began to complain to God, God asked Moses, what is it that you have in your hand? What I'm saying to you is to prepare yourself. You already have enough to break through the barriers that seem insurmountable. You already have enough. You already have the tool. You already have the equipment, the skill, the knowledge, whatever it is that is standing in your pathway to get to your next level, to get to that place where you are so longing to be. You have the material, you have the tool. It is in your hand. It is in your hand. The second story that I want to leave with you right now is the widow who she was in a situation where her two sons, well, her husband had died, and her husband had left her in debt. And so she went to the prophet and she said, hey, prophet, here's where I am. My husband died, and they are now coming to take my two sons to work off the debt, to work and pay for the debt that my husband had left. And the prophet looked at her to said, what can I do? Okay, so here's a situation. Here is what the prophet said to her. Go to your neighbors. But no, first of all, he asked her, okay, what do you have in your house? What do you have in your house? You have something. You do have something. And what do you have in your environment? What do you have in your house? What do you have in your house? What do you have in your house? You have something. You have something. You do have something. What do you have? Then she said, okay, prophet, I have a little bit of oil. The prophet says, okay, this is what I want you to do. I want you to go to your neighbors, and I want you to borrow empty vessels. Borrow not a few. Borrow as many empty vessels as you can find, and then let's see what can happen. So the lady went out. She got empty vessels to, I guess she got every empty vessel from everything, the barrels, whatever she could find. She brought it. She went to the prophet. She said, prophet, okay, what's the next step? The prophet says, okay, take that bottle of oil that you have and pour it into the empty vessels. And the lady began to pour out the empty into the empty vessels the oil that she had, and lo and behold, that oil did not stop running until she came to the last empty vessel. Then the oil stopped. Now, that is the principle upon which the Legacy Chronicles Human Growth Master Plan is built upon. That's the very foundation that we are looking and we are inviting individuals. We want to help individuals to pour out their oil, their anointing. You have a gift. You have an anointing that somebody else has. And in so doing, the lady was now, when she went back to the prophet and said, prophet, guess what? I don't have just a little bit of oil anymore. I have a lot. And so the prophet says, okay, go and sell what you have, sell the oil, pay off your debt, and live off the rest. The lady went from being so destitute to become an entrepreneur. Okay? So what I'm saying to you right now is that you have something, your little bit of oil. Over the next 3 months, we're gonna get you to pour it out. We want you to pour it out. We want you to pour. We're gonna show you how to get those empty vessels and begin to pour out that your little bit of oil into some empty vessels, and you're gonna see that thing grow. Okay, all right, so I'm going to leave you with that right now. Tomorrow is Saturday. I'm going to come back again with some more mindset issues. So, what is the mindset that I want you to have, that I want to leave with you? Is number one, understand two things, that there are two worlds. You're living in two worlds. You are living in the vast outer world, and you are living in a inner world of your immediate environment. The outer world is impacting on your inner world, but the outer world, there's very much you can do to change the outer world without impacting your inner world, your domain, your network of friends, family, and associates. When you begin to impact your network of friends and associates, there is a ripple effect that will impact the greater world that is out there. But if you do nothing with your inner world, then guess what? The outer world will not change. And how do you begin to change your inner world? There has to be gratitude. You have to be thankful for what you already have. If you're already thankful, now go into an ecstatic worship and praise and gratitude. Rejoice about what you celebrate, what you do have. Because why? When you celebrate what you do have, there is a miracle that takes place. It becomes the rod that Moses had in his hand. Strike the object, strike the obstacle that is before you. It is going to break, and it's going to set a pathway for you to walk through. And when you take that little bit of what you have and you begin to pour it out into an empty vessel, so I'm saying to you, find empty vessels to pour out. And we are going to show you over the next 3 weeks and over the next 3 months, we're going to show you how to do that. So this is what the course is all about. Discover and resolve the big problem that you were born to solve. If you have already discovered that big problem that you were born to solve, this program is going to help you to promote it. We're going to help you to do several things. We're going to help you to package it. If you have not yet found it, we're going to help you to produce it. If you have already found it, we're going to help you to package it. If you have already packaged it, we're going to help you to promote it. And so we will be having that impact. So thank you so much for being a part of this program, the Legacy Chronicles, the Legacy Summit. And over the next several weeks, we will be changing every 3 months. I guarantee you, I'm approved. What I'm saying to you today, that I have been living this for many decades, and now I'm presenting it to you. So thank you for being here, and I will see you tomorrow. I'm going to put another mindset development into this chat, and then we're going to Monday morning, bright and early, we're going to go into the discover and resolve the big problem that you were born to solve. Thank you so much, and I will see you again next time.